my exciting Day Drinking with the Wine Minx guest for today, Ms. Suzanne Rydz of Be Neat.
Hi,
Suzanne. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun. I usually day drink alone.
Yeah, well, you know, that's all we're doing here is legitimizing the day drinking. So, Suzanne, what are you drinking? Oh, let me take on the about to start because we've already started. We are actually now full on day drinking.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
So I am drinking the Justin Sauv Blanc.
Fabulous. This is a 2016 Hersley Sauvignon Blanc. The Hersleys are actually winemaker friends of mine, and I met them in boot camp many, many moons ago, and they uprooted and moved to Napa and are now fabulous winemakers, and we're going to get them on a day drinking show too.
Oh, I have a screw top, which leads me to like the question, obviously. I'll race you.
Okay, you win.
I win. Screw top is cork.
What does it mean?
Better, worse?
Let's toast first because I got to get wine in my mouth. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Happy day drinking.
Happy day drinking.
For wines that you're going to age at all, the cork allows a minute amount of oxygen exchange. Okay. And so that is supposed to zhuzh up the wine. Like a heavy duty Bordeaux, red Bordeaux needs that oxygen to kind of like massage it out a bit. But, you know, most Americans buy wines that they're going to drink that night. So you don't need to age it. So a screw cap is fine. And it actually also means that there won't be any danger of cork taint, which is a nasty little bugger called 2,4,6 trichloroanisole. You don't have to
2,4,6 trichloroanisole, like a cheer. No.
We don't want it. It's a bad thing. TCA is good enough.
TCA, people.
It can affect a $10 bottle or a $1,000 bottle. It can affect one bottle, 10 cases or 10 bottles in a case. Like it just is wet dog on cardboard, nasty ass, gross. So we don't want TCA, and that can only come if it's stopped with a real cork. So if it's a cap, it shouldn't have TCA.
Good to know.
Some of you know. Okay, so Suzanne Rydz. So how long have you been a wine lover? Would you say?
Well, I don't think Boone's Farm counts. Sorry. So I've kind of had wine in my life always. But I'm not vouching for the fact that it was good wine. And I think I really got into wine just after college. So like a year and a half ago, you know.
Yeah. So you have a Sauvignon Blanc. You chose the variety. What about Sauvignon Blancs makes you like them?
You know, I think there's that odd progression. I think with any, at least for me, or when I talk to my friends who are at, you know, everybody's at a different level of wine. And I love, as you always say, we all have permission to like what we like and send back what we don't. And there's no better or worse. It's just your taste. My first white was Pinot Grigio. And then the Pinot for me just became like water, or it became bland. I was probably not drinking a good Pinot, to be fair, because I do enjoy a really nice one. But then I started wanting a different taste, and I was at a party at one of my parents' friends' houses, and they had a Chardonnay, they had a Pinot, and they had a Sauv Blanc. I was like, well, let me take a taste of, and I just loved it.
Sauvignon Blanc can be a very divisive wine because it is highly structured. That acidic tang, that
yeah, this definitely has a
yes. And some of those Pinot Grigio that you had that maybe weren't of the highest quality, which is not your fault, aren't highly acidic. And the thing is that I always say this, if you go into any bar in the United States, I don't care if it's a dive bar, a drag club, a high-end cocktail thing, Irish pub, you will find a Pinot Grigio by the glass. The reason is, and most of them are crap. And the reason is because the crap means that they're not bad, they're inoffensive. They don't have too much flavor, they don't have structure. So you just drink them and they won't offend anybody.
Yeah.
So that they're not good. But like you said, really good Pinot Gris or Pinot Grigio from Alto Adige in Italy or from the Pacific Northwest are so mind-blowingly flavorful and perfectly structured and gorge.
Yeah.
And most Americans don't know what they taste like.
Now, so you just said Pinot Gris.
Yes, same thing. Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio are the same grape, just like one is a set Italian accent and one is an American.
That's it.
Like Shiraz and Syrah, same
Yeah.
grape, just Aussie Shiraz and French Syrah. You know, that's why wine can be hard and intimidating, and that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. I'm here to help.
I know.
Yay! So you work right now. You have this company.
I do.
Tell me what you do.
I do a lot of things, but in regard to Be Neat, I'm a professional organizer, kind of like the American version of Marie Kondo, except I don't necessarily subscribe to all of it. I think she's wonderful. I do, and I want to put her in my pocket. She's so cute and tiny. But I basically do what she does. All my clients are like snowflakes. None are the same, and I love them all. I'm so lucky to have these wonderful people who trust me and invite me into their homes. And but everyone's different. Everybody has a different need. You know, it could be they're moving their, 6-year-old daughter's bedroom now that she's 16. She's really over it, and they want me to come in and like clean the stuff out and help revamp the room, build her like the California-esque closet. I do work with power tools. Thank you, Scene Shop in college for theater. And then, sometimes it's, somebody's lost a loved one, somebody's passed away, and they need the whole estate packed, cleaned. I would have these wonderful appraisers I work with.
You're providing so much more than just an organizing, neatening service.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to give our lovely viewers some more tips and tricks because about this now that we're quarantining.
I know.
We're spending a lot of time at home.
I know we are. We are.
B, a lot of people probably are tackling projects. How are you enjoying the wine? Your Sauvignon Blanc, Justin.
I'm enjoying it very much.
Yeah.
It's changed since I first opened it. It's opened up a little bit. Mm-hmm. It definitely had this sort of lemon peel, citrusy pop to it on that first sip, which is why I went, ooh. And now it's kind of smoothing out just a little bit. But all those flavors are still there. It's just not as sharp.
I wanted to ask if you might have any like simple at-home organizing tips and tricks for the folks.
1 drawer a day. Pick 1 drawer. No more, no less. It can be a big drawer or it can be a small drawer, or you can say, I'm going to do my desk, a cabinet. Don't do a whole room. God, you'll hate your life.
You clean out the whole drawer and you basically
full home, empty it. And then kind of sort things into piles, and initially you can usually identify this is garbage. I don't use it. No. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't know where this is. Like there's always one thing in a drawer that's that.
I forgot all about that.
Exactly.
It's like you're shopping in your own home.
It is like you're shopping in your own home. Absolutely. You can use shoe boxes, be it the lid, the actual larger sunglass boxes I use a lot for my socks. It has to work for you and your life. Like I will fit things in a certain way, and people are like, they'll be like, do my drawers that way. I'll be like, no problem. And I'll come back over because I'm at a friend's house. I'm not at a client. So it's different. I'm allowed to invade and be like, did you keep it? And it's just a disaster. And I'm like, well, what's going to work for you?
Right.
Tell me more about how you grab your stuff from your drawer and how you do this. There's no right or wrong way. It's just the way that's best for you in your life. We were talking about yesterday finding joy, but joy is not a strong enough word for things. What's your word? What's your word again?
I said, I don't want to have things that spark joy. I want to be obsessed.
Yes.
I'll show you my mug.
Shoot the fuck up. Stop. I love that.
This is my shut off.
That's a good one.
I'm obsessed with it. You want to be obsessed with things. I think that's great. Suzanne Rydz, thank you so much for joining me for some day drinking. Well, thank you everybody who watched live. Thank you everybody who
thank you so much.
In the future from when I'm talking, but is now watching not live. Appreciate it so much. Thank you to my fabulous guest, Suzanne Rydz. Anyway, I almost just signed off like we were doing Broadway Buzzed. I don't know, all of my content, all my different shows that nobody's paying me for. Hashtag day drinking with the wine minx. And hashtag everybody please stay safe, well, be kind to each other, wear your mask, and wash your hands.
Yes. Cheers to that.
You all.
Thanks for coming in, guys. It was so nice to meet new people.
Bye.